What's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and the Detroit Pistons are really bad. Newsflash, but I mean, this is bad in like so much epic proportions. It's starting to get really embarrassing for Monty Williams, right? I mean, they lose a historic 27 games in a row. Okay, I mean they got Cade Cunningham, who's averaging over 20 points a game. They got Bogdanovich averaging 20 points a game. I mean, you got two 20-point scorers, and you're 28. This is awful. I mean, I get it. You're trying to tank. I understand all that, man. But I mean, my God. What a horrible team. I mean, Cunningham finished with 41 points in their efforts against Brooklyn. It's not on him. So, I mean, you got to point at the coaching. And it seemed like Monty Williams is cool with the ride on tanking, knowing that he is probably trying to, he's hopeful that he can get a high draft pick to add to this roster. Maybe move some pieces or get some pieces. Who knows what they're trying to do, man. But, I mean, this is awful. I'm thinking Purdue from college can beat this team, right? Probably not, but that's what it's looking like. Or, Arizona can beat this team, right? Oh, man, what a horrible, horrible team right now. This is not a good look for the NBA, with these teams. It's funny, right? The NBA adopted the, kind of like a European style with the in-season tournament, kind of how like different leagues across Europe do stuff like that, especially with soccer. However, what happens is if there's a threshold, right? So if a team to remain in the league, they have to win a certain amount of games, right? They have to make like a certain cut line to be eligible to play in the league next season, or that club will get demoted to a lesser league. We have the G League, so I mean, in this case, I mean, it'll never happen. But I mean, to get these crap teams out, and that will help with reducing the schedule too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the team is if you have a bunch of bottom feeder teams that are doing horrible, okay. And next year, you're not eligible, we'll have a 70-game schedule, And then if the team performs well in the G League, they get to come back the following year, for eligibility. You know what I'm saying? They'll never agree to that. But, I mean, to be a professional basketball team and to be 2-28 is just unacceptable, right? And this is all in the feet of Monty Williams. That big $70 million, $80 million contract. He got his money. Detroit is stuck with him. Monty Williams tends not to have a good relationship with young players. He has some issues in Phoenix, especially with DeAndre Ayton, even though that DeAndre Ayton has a lot of blame in that as well too. But it just doesn't seem like he's getting the most out of his guys, right? The league is not designed for you to just win 2 games. Like in the NFL, you see a team that like goes 1-16 or 0-17 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how it should be. Like if that's the case, you are a really bad franchise. You are not well ran at all. You know what I'm saying? These guys are supposed to be pros, right? And I know the players are trying, but what are the coaches doing? What is Monty Williams doing to try to help these guys? So he'll escape this season, but all eyes will be on him. And will Detroit, if it's not successful next year, I mean, will they pull the plug and eat that contract? That's just gonna be tough, But you see, it has been done in pro sports, period. Cade Cunningham is pretty good. And I mean, he's definitely their gem for the team, star of the team. But, and I don't know if he signed his extension or not yet. I'm not sure. But, he's not going to be happy. When you're poorly managed and you have a talent like Cade Cunningham, if he doesn't see a quick turnaround, he might, when it's time for free agency, he don't care about the max money that Detroit can offer him. He's going to split. go to a better market, a winning market, right? And see a franchise and organization do everything they can to win games and try to get to the playoffs and compete. I don't know if he can do that in Detroit, especially under Monty Williams, man. Like, to me, Monty Williams is an overrated coach. He's a good coach, but definitely overrated. Not $80 million. $80 million is getting you in year one of Monty Williams to a 2-28. Terrible, man. Terrible. What an absolute disaster going on in Detroit, man. They got some big decisions to make. I wonder if a team is going to score 200 on Detroit Pistons this season. Or someone might go off for 100 points and break that Wilt Chamberlain record, right? Going up against this team. That's how bad they are, man. You play Detroit Pistons, you got a chance to get your stats up. Crazy. Anyways, though, let me know what y'all think about Detroit Pistons and Monty Williams and this absolute travesty of a basketball team and season, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.